Welcome back to Irwin's Real News. And you guessed it, I misinformationed you yesterday. I'd like to formally apologize to Bill Gates and announce that I've donated $25 million to the ADL. What happened, you say? I covered HBO Max's The Last of Us. Horrible, horrible episode filled with so much propaganda. One of the propagandas, though, I got wrong. I accused this innocent HBO Max series that promotes communism. I accidentally misinformed you. They weren't promoting sex onto a 14-year-old. It was not birth control. It was actually female hygiene products. I don't know if this channel is ever going to be able to recover. Let's give it a shot. Tackling disinformation. How can we combat the lies that go viral? Donating to the ADL solves everything. World Economic Forum has been really obsessed with misinformation and disinformation the last year or two. Wonder if they're going to be cracking down on that globally. I wonder. Yeah, there are so many news stories I couldn't put them all in here. Disinformation expert Danny Rogers used Congress to regulate big tech, to relegate Trumpism to an aberration of history. The guy that half the country voted for. We got to make sure that half the country doesn't get what they want. He also bashed Breitbart News' coverage of immigrant crime as inciting an anti-immigrant violence. The Rogers' accurate news coverage is violence. As we all know, not only are words violence, silence is violence. Turns out everything you do is violence, which means that far-left terrorists like Black Lives Matter and Antifa are allowed to commit violence against you because they're just defending themselves from your silence. What was the key to Donald Trump's rise to power? Online disinformation. He didn't like Hillary Clinton. And as we all know, that's disinformation. She's a lovely gal. Smells like sulfur, but beyond that, lovely gal. Bill Gates, who I've formally apologized to. AI can help solve digital misinformation problem. This is the guy whose company put out an AI chatbot that is trying to destroy marriages, keeps threatening people, wants to basically break out and destroy the world. Don't worry, it's going to help solve digital misinformation. Why is Bill Gates so obsessed with it? I don't know. Try making a video about him on YouTube and see how long it stays up. Ad Network, owned by Microsoft, is using foreign disinformation experts to blacklist conservative media companies. Blacklists have never been used for anything bad. Are they worried about the public good? Are they worried about fostering a healthy discourse? No, they just want to choke off advertising revenue for conservative websites. And who's the least likely to misinformation you? Well, just the biggest fake news sites there are. The people really concerned with misinformation and disinformation are the greatest purveyors of it? Wonder if there's an alternative agenda here. And the most likely to spread disinformation are all conservative websites? So strange. What's that? Rogers worked in the American intelligence community? In effect, the Global Disinformation Index creates a system like Tom Cruise's famous Minority Report, where the disinformation think tank will attempt to predict if an outlet is in danger of spreading disinformation. We can't have that wrong think. And how are we going to fight against this misinformation? Pre-crime. You think that's outlandish? Stay tuned. Editor Irwin here. Apparently, I forgot to bring up the article I was talking about. Google launches pre-bunking campaign in Germany to fight misinformation. They're pre-bunking it. Okay, what could go wrong there? They're making sure you're not committing any thought crimes. In Germany, what could go wrong, guys? They just want to educate people about the damaging effects of online misinformation by spreading their own online misinformation. However, pre-bunking has its own difficulties. The video's effects eventually fade, necessitating the use of recurrent booster videos. Of course, when this pre-bunking first came out, if you said that the pre-bunking's video of effects would eventually fade, you would be banned for misinformation. But as we all know, the pre-bunking video's effects do fade, so you'll need to get pre-bunk boosters. That we did say had a 98% effectiveness, but now actually, honestly, it seems to be a negative effectiveness. Although Google tends to shroud its activities under the guise of fighting misinformation, in practice, it often simply takes the shape of censoring conservatives. such as when the search giant erased Breitbart News from search results on the subject of Joe Biden. We can't have any laptop misinformation spreading around. That might affect an election. Oh no, Microsoft suspends foreign disinformation experts that blacklist conservative media. Bill. Quote, we try to take a principled approach to accuracy in fighting foreign propaganda, which is what this is. Foreign propaganda pretending to fight foreign propaganda. We're working quickly to fix the issue, and Xander has stopped using GDI services while we are doing a larger review. And then quietly, we will go back to supporting them. ABC's Hostin. Biden should boycott Misinformation Network, FNC. But what are they really demanding? They're demanding a return to the Fairness Doctrine. If you live in pretend world, the Fairness Doctrine was about making sure that both sides were shown when discussing things on public radio and such. Sounds like a good idea, right? No, it was just used to censor conservatives. Like with disinformation, it's just about attacking their opponents and then forcing them to push the leftist propaganda on their viewers. They stopped it in the 80s, but oh boy, would they love to make a return to the Fairness Doctrine. EU is terrified of free speech on Elon Musk's Twitter, MEP says. Elon Musk is, I don't think all he pretends to be. But oh boy, are they afraid of Twitter having even slightly more free speech on it. Why is that? Because their ideas can't compete in the free market. They have to censor. Because if people are given the alternative, if they were forced to go through with a Fairness Doctrine and give sane points of view along with their propaganda, they wouldn't stand a chance. The only way they can compete against our team is by not letting our team on the field. Speaking of the godfathers of cancel culture, ADL report advocates for deplatforming at website infrastructure level. Trudeau liberals want to treat adults like kids with online harms bill. Weird. The World Economic Forum is really concerned about things like misinfo, disinfo, hate speech, all that stuff. And then all the Western countries are trying to pass laws against that. I wonder if there's any sort of connection. I couldn't tell you, at least not on YouTube. Federal judge strikes down New York social media hate speech law. Oh, it wouldn't come to America, we swear. These tyrants know no bounds. And how do they get all their tyranny through? By pretending to care about the unfortunate. They just want to protect the children. I mean, not from the trans cult. They're definitely not going to protect them from that. But they just want to make sure you're not bullying anyone. Make sure you're not bullying any trans kids. They care. They're loving. They're altruistic. They care so much about you, they're going to give you a social credit score to make sure you stay in line. And we're going to end this on a funny, happy note. NBA finds Brooklyn Nets player Cam Thomas $40K for gay slur in TNT interview. Oh no. Was he saying some gamer words? Been playing too much Modern Warfare 2 there? Cam Thomas, quote, we already had good looking guys. No homo. No homo is now apparently a gay slur. Like, no, bro, I'm trying to say no homo. So what are you doing to fight misinformation and disinformation? Have you paid your protection money to the ADL? If not, you're anti-Semitic. Did you watch a Nick Fuentes interview? Is there a Kanye West song that you enjoy? ADL's gonna need to get a cut of that. I mean, they care about the public. And if you care about the public, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, Irwin's News, where I'll finally be uploading again, thanks to my beautiful Subscribestar supporters who helped me get this new camera. Would you also like to be beautiful? Consider supporting me on Subscribestar. They're going to be censoring all of our favorite people. They're going to be demonetizing them, straight up banning them. We're going to have to use things like Rumble, alternative sites that aren't super popular at the moment. But we got to start making our exodus over to them. Don't give up on things like YouTube, but we got to start using the alternatives more. That way, when our favorite creators get kicked off, there's some sort of platform for them to go to. There's ways for them to get support. Just don't tell the ADL. And as always, no one's coming to save us but us. Time to get up off our butts. Support my videos at my Subscribestar. Links in the description.